Hello, and welcome back to QUTV's Campus News Update. I'm Colleen McCormick.
And I'm Courtney Gear. On this week's update, we get the latest about Quincy University's plans to utilize open space at North Campus and a big week for the Hawks football team. Topping our news this week, students who have dreamed of learning martial arts techniques were given the opportunity to do so by a familiar face on campus. Last Tuesday, students were given the chance to learn self-defense moves in the Hawk's Nest. QU's head of security, Sam Lathrop, led the event. Years before coming to Quincy, Lathrop worked in the police force in Wisconsin, where he taught the basics of self-defense. The purpose of the defense event was to make sure students had some knowledge of self-defense in case they found themselves in an emergency situation. Although they support the safety of the campus and of Quincy, faculty members encourage students to seize these opportunities because you never know when you might need this knowledge.
You know, our job is to keep students safe. At the same time, it's also the students' responsibility to contribute to a safe community. And I think our QU students have done a good job of that, and I would continue to encourage them to do that. I would also encourage our students that if they see something happening or aware of something happening that is not safe, that they let somebody know or they intervene in some way.
Lathrop does say more events like this class are sure to follow, and any student organization on campus is welcome to host another defense class in the future.
Quincy University's campus has seen a number of renovations over the past few years. The most drastic changes have been at North Campus. With the new science lab, the TV studios, and the Connie Nieman Center for Music, QU has begun to transform North Campus into a new and more modern building. But what are the long-term plans for the building? According to university officials, renovations to 2 more labs on the first floor and the entire second floor of A building at North Campus will take place over the coming months and summer. Next semester, the football offices will be relocated from North Campus to QU's new stadium, which will allow all of the music professors to move their offices closer to the Connie Nieman Center. Athletics continues to look for ways to improve North Campus facilities as well. New softball and baseball locker rooms were completed last semester, and an indoor golf range is set for completion in the coming months. Students seem to be in favor of the North Campus plans.
Just having a very nicely organized, clean lab can do wonders just for showing what the how the school cares about the biology and science programs. So that way students are like, well, this school cares about it. They got us new equipment. Everything's been redone. They do generally want students to succeed and have the right environment for it to be in.
As far as long-term plans go, QU would also like to renovate the basement of North Campus A building for more science and math classes, with music classes being moved to the Connie Nieman Center.
This week, Quincy University's new Director of Residence Life and Community Standards, Jason Amezcua, arrived on campus. Originally from California, Amezcua has a master's in college student personal administration as well as a Juris Doctorate. He has 10 years of experience working in the residence life field. Amezcua says he currently has no plans to change any residence policies, but does plan to review the student handbook.
I'm excited. It's going to be a really fun position because I get to work with a lot of students. It'll be a little challenging, but I think it's going to be a good challenge to help the students out here at Quincy and help them grow and develop while they live on campus.
If singing is one of your hidden talents, you'll have a chance to show off at an upcoming campus event. Live band karaoke is taking place this Saturday in the Hawk's Nest. The band will play just about any popular song for you to sing along to, and lyrics are provided. It starts at 9 p.m. and there will be drink specials for those students that are over 21. Soft drinks are also available for everyone. Come on out and show off all of your singing talent.
Coming up, the latest Hawkward moments from around the web.
And a look at who the Hawks football squad has signed on National Signing Day. We'll be right back.
If I had a hammer, hammer in the morning, hammer in the evening, all over this land.
Welcome back. These past few days have given us a frosty blast of our long overdue winter weather.
Will the snow keep up, or will we be in for more of a wimpy winter? Allison Malone is here with the forecast. Allison?
Hi, I'm Allison Malone with your weekly forecast. We're going to first start off with Friday the 6th, and that is going to be 43 degrees, partly cloudy, not too bad from what we just came from. And then we're going to move to Saturday, which is going to be a nice 52 degrees, partly cloudy. That's very nice for the weekend. It's going to be the hottest day of the weekend, which is very nice. And then it's going to be cloudy on Sunday, going to 43 degrees. Not too bad of a way to end the weekend, but we'll take it. Then we're going to move on to our weekly forecast. Starting on Monday the 9th, it's going to be 36 degrees, partly cloudy. And then we're going to move on to Tuesday. It's going to be sunny, a bit more warmer with the sun beaming and a couple degrees higher. And then on Wednesday, we're going to go to 43 degrees, cloudy, so not too bad. And then on Thursday, it's going to be 28 degrees, a chilling 28 degrees. So make sure you guys bring a coat. And on the same day, it's going to be a men's and women's basketball game. So make sure you come out and support your Lady Hawks, and you will not be bothered by the winter because you will be indoors. So that's it for your weekly forecast. I'm Allison Malone. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allison. No snow, no problem. The annual ski trip to Snowstar, which is in Andalusia, Illinois, was a hit again. Even when there was no real snow, Snowstar made it possible thanks to the many snow machines on site that make snow, so that people can enjoy the slopes even when there is no snow. This year's ski trip was made possible by the late night programming grant. Up next, we will have all the latest on National Football Signing Day here at QU.
And the most recent Hawkward moments from around the web. Stay with us.
Join me, Coach Jenny Garber, head women's basketball coach at Quincy University Lady Hawks, live from the Tower every Sunday night at 6 p.m. or on ESPN 1440 for the Coach Jenny Garber Show. Grab your family for a great meal at the Tower and hear from our coaches and players as we recap our previous games and preview our upcoming opponents. Come out and support the QU Lady Hawks. And as always, it truly is.
Welcome back. In a bit, we will have another round of Hawkward moments from around the web.
But first, QUTV's Andrew McCulloch has the latest in sports. Andrew?
It was a busy week at sports, so let's get right to it. The QU men's basketball team went on the road to face conference rival Drury, and it was no surprise with both teams playing well that this game came down to the final seconds of the game. Let's get into some highlights of this one. It would be Godson and Nagwe hitting a shot here from three that would give the Hawks an 88-87 lead with 1.6 seconds left in overtime. Drury would have the last laugh as you see his teammates congratulating him on the great play. It would be Cameron Bundy shooting a half-court shot. After he gets the ball, he takes two dribbles, turns around, and fires, ending QU's hopes of an upset in this one. The final score would end up being 90-88 in overtime. QU would fall to 11-10 on the season. Jameel Jones with 22 points, and Godson Nagwe with the double-double of 20 points and 10 rebounds. Quincy University football coach Tom Padgett looks to inject new life into the program with the announcement of this year's recruiting class. The Hawks had their first winning season since 2008, and 41 newly signed recruits will help the program going forward. Padgett credited his coaching staff with being relentless in their recruiting effort. Being a Division II football team means a competitive recruiting field for the Hawks, and the formula for success for Coach Padgett was simple blue-collar work.
We have been more efficient, and we have outworked our competitors, hands down.
The Lady Hawks basketball team entered their game against Drury on a 7-game win streak, but Drury would prove to be the team's toughest challenge of the year. The Hawks could not overcome a poor shooting game, and Coach Garber's team would lose by a final score of 74-55 and fall to 12-7 on the year. For QU, Carly Beebe scored 15 points and added 5 steals, playing great defense. For Drury, it was Alice Heinzler with 19 points and 7 rebounds. So a pair of losses for the Hawks basketball teams. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Tune in next week for more sports action. For Andrew McCulloch and QUTV Sports, let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Andrew. From Hawk Sports to this week's Hawkward moments from around the web. QUTV's Randy Swope has the latest. Randy?
Thanks, Courtney, and welcome to this week's Hawkward segment. Let's get started. Well, this is Hawkward. A wrong number turned into an arrest for one woman in Albuquerque, New Mexico. According to the police, the 30-year-old mistakenly called a police detective on his department-issued cell phone and proceeded to try to sell him drugs. She's been arrested on drug trafficking charges. So make sure you know who you're calling first so you don't have to make a second call for someone to post bail. Hawkward. Now, no one enjoys going to the dentist, but causing a traffic accident isn't exactly an even trade for avoiding it. Listen to this. A truck driver on an Alabama freeway caused more than a mile-long backup of traffic while distracted because he was pulling out a loose tooth. The 57-year-old said he lost control and veered off the road before jackknifing into some trees. Now, the accident did not cause any injuries, except for a few headaches caused by a complete shutdown of a long stretch of highway that carried into the morning rush hour. But the most awkward part of this, the driver kept the tooth in his pocket as proof to what has happened. Talk about awkward and completely disgusting. The sweet smell of success is a bit more greasy these days. New Hampshire's new scratch and win, or scratch and sniff rather, lottery ticket seems to be off to a sizzling start. The $1 bacon-scented ticket debuted last month with a top prize of $1,000. The state has issued and promoted the ticket by bringing a Boston-based bacon truck to various locations around the state to hand out free tickets. According to the lottery officials, sales of the tasty tickets are out, selling the other dollar tickets, and they really do smell like bacon. Who knew that bacon could potentially bring in some big bucks? Let's just hope this doesn't give way to an egg-scented lotto ticket. Hawkward. That is it for this week's segment. Make sure to tune in next week for more unusual stories from around the web. I'm Randy Swope, and I'm sending it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Randy. Andrew joins us at the desk. That was a Hawkward moment this week for ESPN, yes?
That's right, Courtney. And it was for all the wrong reasons. Earlier in the sports segment, I mentioned that the QU men's basketball game against Drury made national spotlight. And ESPN Sports Center tweeted a video of the highlight with Godson Inagwe hitting that three-pointer to give QU the lead, and Cameron Bundy for Drury hitting the game-winning shot from half court. But they called us a high school. Pretty big mistake there. If you're working in social media, you got to make sure that you get your facts straight.
That's just a little bit awkward, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
That's all for this week's QUTV News Update. Remember, as always, to tune in online on Facebook or Channel 97 on campus for more news anytime. For the entire QUTV team, I'm Courtney Gear.
And I'm Colleen McCormick. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.